it largely is easy to control one level or the other. But without the Nomad, that will become a little bit more tricky. We might see Gridlock being brought along as an alternative, or at the bare minimum, we will likely see Claymores being brought along to try and achieve the same thing. But Team Liquid, they're going to have to overturn the odds to begin with, and they are well alive. Nesk was just waiting for that. It was as if he predicted it. Pino going for that big entry that we've said he's so capable of bringing. They have not got any significant control over the site. Palu looks to move in and does what Palu does best, gets a tough kill onto a difficult operator. Kamikaze just prone, located in the corner. That allows PSK into that safe space that I said Liquid are so good at creating. Ness gets himself 2 more. That's a triple on the round. Diffuser down and active. 3 versus 1 now. 20 seconds left to get 3 kills or allow himself onto the diffuser. There's one. There's a man on the window. Will shut him down. And that is going to be the first round to Team Liquid, and what a great round from them. 10 seconds left to go when they moved into sight. Palu just creating that safe space for PSK, and Kamikaze will be onto Nesk this time around. So we find ourselves now in a 3 versus 4 in favour of NiP, but Kamikaze will be taken out, and here comes that plant once again. It doesn't matter that PSK is off the card. Muzi, the human Uzi, he moves in to try and take down Palu, but will be unsuccessful. Palu challenged on the trade from Pino, and that will be diffuser active, and it is all down to Sexy Cake. 1 versus 2 here. They know exactly where he's playing, and they're looking for a peek. It will come out, and there's the fire from Julio, but unsuccessfully. Jump out 1, jump out 2, but absolutely not today. Sexy Cake shuts them both down towards getting that diffuser down. First 3 rounds, we've had 3 plants. Julio, it will be this time, coming out with that NiP opener, and that's been the same for the last 3 rounds now, but it just hasn't translated to kills on the board. Ultimately, they haven't been able to shut the round out, but with a second kill coming into Nesk there, will that be enough?
It feels like all of these players have had a long day down at Spoons, and they've come out windmilling like an Englishman looking for a scrap. But talking of a scrap, Pino, the Punisher himself, poised for perfection as they all run in. They had an appointment with the doc, and he thought he'd treat all of his patients at once.
And then you want to be getting those vertical destructors in there to clean things out. But talking of cleaning things out, Psycho will clean Power out there that I was talking about. The challenges do come through. They work both ways, but that's a second for Psycho through Service and Kitchen towards Sunrise. It is the alternative to going in through the pool entrance, but right now, no alternative to Psycho is needed. 3 on the round, and he's hunting an ace here.
Quite literally coming through like a human axe at this point. Chopped his way through everyone that dares to peek him. Finally, he gets nailed into a coffin as Moringa will come out swinging with the SMG, but it's up to him to save the bacon of Liquid now. Trapped in a horrendous position, so many angles to peek from, and the ninjas will overpower him. CZ75 going to slap him about the place and take him down with a critical strike into the back of the noggin. Now they've got the extra added potential of the Monty as well to just charge his way in, effectively just bully the players, but he's overpowered. You have an opportunity again now. You're tidying the round up, and they really wanted to clean house on this one, but Pino has other ideas in mind. Punishes as he comes through with a critical kill. A further one is added as well, as maybe that was the catalyst they needed, but the catalyst doesn't work well, as Palu from up top drops down and cleans up, bringing it back into a 2-on-2 clutch now. A post-plant situation with Psycho having the entire round. If he swung, he would have been open and left himself opportunity to be overpowered, and that's just what he does. He peeks again, exposes himself on the left-hand side of the face. Palu was ready.
And Julio just looking to close the man out, but will be taken out on the Capitao. That's going to be Sexy Cake. Either of the attacks have got very difficult for NiP as Palu shuts down Muzi. Is there one to be found for Pino? No, he has to dip away from the...
Yep, and the only kill that they're going to find is on to Kamikaze, as the man, instead, at this point, is just dead. Dropped down to the ground, it's all on Pino. Taking a peek from the top rope as he will try and slay. He'll find a nice little frag from relatively far away as he just saved the KD, 12-6, keep it moving into the next round.
There's a conversation going on there, very unfortunate. Loses out to Moringa in the very last second on the shotgun there, even though he was ready for it. But largely, there's a conversation going on in the NiP comms there.
Wanting to do some damage with the shotty instead, switches to the sidearm, but it won't work as well for slaughtering. Palu, in the meantime, though, will get the trade back as he buckles Muzi the human Uzi. Clearly, that gun has jammed into the round, and it's all left on Pino. He can't do it. He's overwhelmed. Out through the windows. They're coming out of the walls as they sprint towards him. Mozzie finding the final frag and ending this one here on Coastline. It's a Team Liquid win, 7-5 on the opening map in our second semi-final.
A damp finish for NiP as it was raining Team Liquid at the end of that one on Coastline. An unusual rainy day here in Ibiza, but 5 top prize available of SI points.
It's working well as they are shattering the brains and leaving them spread out on the floor here for NiP. The grey gears are not turning very well for NiP into the game, but at least the response is there as it comes back into a 1 versus 2. Muzi, the banister, he wins it! The timing comes through, Tim! The difference a second will make as they peek round the back of the bookshelf. And right now, who's going to be on point to hit those shots as the bait plays utilize Palu sending in the drone to try and cause some mischief, looking like low-key, but the one that's low-key popping off is going to be Pino, coming through with not 1 but 2 frags. There's the third as well as he switches down to the revolver, and he's effectively a revolving door, Tim, denying everyone entry. That's now a quad kill, and over the banister goes Moringa as he gets shot in the side of the head by Julio, cleaning up on the Valkyrie as he will attack and annihilate, dispatching the man.
This is Team Liquid's real opportunity to get around on the board. We've seen them more successful here. Palu coming in with a triple kill now, and they continue to rein in. Ness gets one for himself onto Julio. We find Kamikaze, 1 versus 4. Here we have the man moving in, and that will be diffuser down. I thought that was a second. I got baited by the Honor decoy there. I was going to shout that one out, but no, it was just a well-placed decoy coming in, revealing the location of the man, and that is going to be round finish for Team Liquid.
Previously, they had free reign when this push came in. This time, though, the lineup with the nades are very effective, and Pino dropped down to the ground. Luckily, the stim pistol will be utilized to get him back up, but will he be up in time to fight back? Yes! He slays! He cuts his way through 2 of them. The Dockers saved the day, as that was the clutchest revive we've seen throughout the series tonight, bringing him back from death to save the bacon of Team Liquid. Oh, Tim, Moringa coming through. He got the backstab off of Julio and Kamikaze.
The NiP attack, the assault at the minute is all limited to vertical pressure, but what more pressure do you need as Psycho removes the head from PSK's shoulders, and that now leaves us 3 versus 2. Sexy Kick has Nitro in hand, but starts taking big shots. Can he detonate? Not in time. They will escape, and he will lose his life. 10 seconds left to go. Palu steps into the breach, gets the kill onto Pino. 1 versus 2, gets himself another. Can he do this? We've seen him do it before. This will be an ace for Palu. Psycho is on seriously low health. 1 second left to go. Palu, he doesn't need to chase the stats. He doesn't need the ace. He needs the round.
Proving to be a little bit of a double-sided agent and benefiting the other team, but when push comes to shove, we see the main man Muzi getting a bit monstrous with his plays. Bullets bouncing back, nearly hitting, but in the end it will be the shot from Psycho that shuts down Ness. A couple of players are low on the side of NiP and PSK, slowly making his move up the stairwell, but he's spotted and he is bludgeoned, left in a pool of blood as Muzi will massacre him. They need to get that diffuser down, and they have a huge advantage into the round. They do peek him 1 by 1. He's actually armed with the shotty as well, gets close contact him, but takes a bullet to the side. They'll shoot down, death from above. The hurty verti is going to be found from Pino. And Palu, you might have had 14 frags, but you can't solo carry a matchup like this in the major. We need to see the rest of Liquid waking up to him, because there is a 3rd and final map. NiP, they have wrung them to their core there and take us through to that decider.
Well, in an interesting mirror image of what we saw between Team 1 and FaZe Clan, my big concern here is that Team Liquid have only very recently taken that loss on Clubhouse to FaZe Clan. It's absolutely unbelievable to see the consistency with which Julio uses that gadget to deadly effect. Muzi with some deadly effect onto Ness. Palu once again trading out, and he comes in and continues that form hot into map 3, but Julio shuts him down, and we now find ourselves 3 versus 2. Sexy Cake pushing through on the Montagne. We've seen some great Montagne play from Sexy Cake here on Clubhouse, but right now we're going to have to see something special, as it is 1 versus 2 and never easy. He tries to get the pistol out, will take the hip fire. Needed some luck there, does not find it, and will be shut down by Psycho at the end of the round, and that's going to be round number 1 going to NiP. And you got to feel like Julio really needed that one. PSK able to start getting the diffuser down now, and Monty taking an awful lot of attention. Nesk will get himself a kill, but Muzi will trade that out. Diffuser active, 4 versus 3, and this is not going to be an easy retake. On the outside area, keeps himself safe, and Right now, NiP, they are at Sharks and they are circling Julio onto Maringa. Pino, he has to challenge Palu. He has to win this one, but he won't be able to. Palu with a huge backstab. 3 on the round, 1 versus 1. 6 seconds left to go. Can Julio close this one out? It is now or never. He needs to get straight on that diffuser. He's got the time. He's going to do this. Unbelievable finish from Julio there. Just getting the kill. The last second challenge. It does not get any closer than that. NiP.
You need to drop the shield, trying to get the trade game off with a pistol. Instead, though, Maringa will peek out and tidy up. He can also get the res onto Nesk, Tim. This has worked out well for Team Liquid here.
They're going to have to try and hold off this plant from distance. Out goes the Nitro. Julio cannot be successful this time around. We've seen huge Nitro plays from him here on Clubhouse previously. Kamikaze gets one onto Sexy Cake. That's the Monty gone. PSK once again finds a way to get that diffuser down. It's not in the default spot, but this could be just as effective. He's got Maringa on Overwatch there. Kamikaze looking to try and fight his way back into sight. Completely shut down by Maringa. Nesk got one just before that, and right now time is ticking away. Pino's 1 versus 4. Shut down at the door. Nothing much he could do there. Very, very good attack from Team Liquid, and that just shows why, exactly why, the Garage Catwalk is so influential. So he's just going to be telling them exactly where those attackers are located. Out comes the Nitro. Gets 2 huge throw, as I said, from Pino. Threads the eye of a needle and takes PSK and Nest down. However, Palu will get in. Kill onto Julio, but shut down once again by Pino. That is 3 on the round. Muzi shuts down Maringa, and this is all going in the favour of NiP. They finish off the round 4-2. They find themselves on the scoreboard, and what a huge play from Pino.
Wait, Pino.
But he's certainly pushing further in. He needs to be careful about his backside because he's got Nesk out there in the blue tunnel, and if he pushes too far, Nesk could use that rotation to get a line of sight onto him, and we see PSK able to take Psycho out there, and I think there was maybe a little bit too much aggression from the Montagna, showing why the blue corridor is such an important location. Picking up a double kill will be shut down by Pino, but ultimately Liquid win on time, and that will leave the angle that is needed for NiP to force him away from this doorway.
Ooh, Palu. An awkward encounter there, but one he eventually does come out on top of. But he's taken another bullet as well. That's dropped him down to, what, like 10 HP at this position as he holds for the further push coming in. 12 frags on the board, and that's all he's going to get for now as he's put to bed by Kamikaze, tucking him in with a goodnight kiss. Response from Nesk, lurking towards the garage and waiting for the strike to come through. Sexy Cake on the trade, lands a bullet to the brain as he'll end Muzi, putting a bullet through where his thoughts get processed and leaving it all on one man for Liquid. Maringa in the 1 versus 3. Denies Pino, trying to starve them out as the diffuser is going down. He's peeking into him. He was looking, hoping to squirrel the round away.
Nesk will get the kill onto Pino, and he will get a second onto Muzi. Nesk shows that Monty is not even a thing for him. He will look past him as if he's not there and get the 2 men behind him. And right now, Team Liquid, they are having a great round, but Julio will shut down Nesk, and the pressure starts to mount. Monty, not yet been dealt with, goes in and gets the Kaid. 3 versus 1 now, and this is all going to NiP. They're going to guarantee themselves the draw at this rate. Maringa gets Kamikaze. That's diffuser on the ground, but he's going to get pinned down by the Monty. He gets one. Surely he can't do this. 1 versus 3. Julio versus Maringa. He needs to pick that diffuser up and look at playing it. He's only got 15 seconds. He knows exactly where the man is, but it is automatic versus shotgun, and shotgun will win out at the short range. Maringa 1v3. How about that for Team Liquid? Just going right to the brink and then reeling it back in.
Into this round as the push is starting to come through, charging up towards the dinner table and looking to cut their way through this one. But the knife and fork's not going to be good enough when there is firearms on the other side as they're picking up the frags. Issue is they get a bit too bloodthirsty. Sexy Cake, oh no, this man's taken a bite out of his own team, Tim, as we come through with a frag of their own kind. Team Liquid on Liquid crime now. At least it's going to work out well in the grand scheme of the round as they get another frag. Downing Muzi, dropping him down to the ground in a revivable state but in a horrendous position, and he's finished off. Impact nade to the legs, blowing him in half and severing him like a worm. We'll see the final frag round from Sexy Cake. The man has been on a hype ting into this one, Tim. Frag after frag, even his own teammates, he doesn't give a damn.
Walk is going to be really important for them to clear out, and just as I say it. Pino once again so strong on the entry, will take SiegeGG out, and that completely frees up the garage catwalk. That is control of the eastern breach. Go back to head glitching the bomb, but right now they need to focus on getting the diffuser down, and that is exactly what Kamikaze is going to do. We can see PSK cleared away. Palu tries to challenge but won't be able to find the angle. 4 versus 2, diffuser on the ground, low health on the Maestro, needing a reload. Things are stacking up against Team Liquid here. NiP get Nesk. And now it is all down to the man, the talisman that is Palu. He gets 1 versus 3. He's looking for 3 more or to get onto this diffuser, but it is being watched from an insanely long angle and will be shut down, I think, through the drone hole ultimately. If you're going to lose your life to anywhere, that's the last place you want it to be. Just prevent Moringa being able to play in that safe spot that he had last time inside of the shower. Now, that is a great shutdown from Psycho onto Nesk. One of the roamers gone, and man advantage goes to NiP. 1 minute, 10 seconds left, and they are making good progress so far. Muzi shuts down Moringa. Palu, however, will trade it back out. SiegeGG steps into the breach as well and gets himself 1. 3 versus 3 now. Kamikaze, however, aggressing deeply into sight, and will get the kill onto Palu. So 2 versus 3 and plenty of time. 50 seconds is an age for the defenders to absorb this sort of pressure, especially when they find themselves 1 versus 3. SiegeGG's got it all to do. 1 versus 2 effectively with a man down. He sees the first, but he won't be able to hit the shot. The crouch walk does it. Kamikaze takes the win for NiP, and that is another unbelievable series in the books. It goes all the way to 12 in map 3, but ultimately it is NiP who come away the victors and continue their charge through the major into the upper bracket final.
Oh my. Skulking his way through the crevice, peeking out and punishing them. A beautiful final frag to close it down.